Hi friends, I am Dr. Shelmi Antony. Today's topic is reproductive system of frog. Why a reproductive system is present in all organisms? In all organisms, this system is responsible for producing gametes. In the last class, we have learnt in the case of male frog, reproductive system is closely associated with urinary system. So these two systems are we treated as together. So these two systems are together known as urinogenital system. As you know, urino, that word is related with the urinary system, and genital, it is related with the reproductive system. But in the case of female frog, there is no functional connection between this kidney and ovary. So two separate systems are present for carry out to these functions. That means reproductive system and urinary system are present in the case of female. So about male reproductive system, which are the major parts or organs present in this male reproductive system of frog? Mainly it consists of a pair of testes, vasa efferentia, urinogenital ducts and cloaca. In this slide, you can see the diagram of reproductive system of male frog. Here, you can see a pair of testes attached to the kidney by a double fold of membrane known as mesorchium. In this case, in the case of male frog, there is a functional contact between kidney and testis is present. Each testis consists of tubular structures called seminiferous tubules, which produces sperms. That is, sperms are produced in the seminiferous tubules in the testis. In this figure, a right testis shows these seminiferous tubules. The seminiferous tubules leads to fine ducts called vasa efferentia, which are 10 to 12 in number. You can see this vasa efferentia in this figure. This vasa efferentia passes through the mesorchium, enters the kidney and then opens to Bidder's canal. Through the Bidder's canal, it communicates to urinogenital duct. In the last class, we have discussed about Bidder's canal. If you don't know the Bidder's canal, you just see the class related with the excretory system of frog. In this figure, right side of the figure, you can see that pathway, that is seminiferous tubules, then to vasa efferentia, then to Bidder's canal, urinogenital duct and cloaca. In the last class, we have learnt in male frog, urinary system is connected with reproductive system. That is, urine produced in the kidney enters into the urinogenital duct through the Bidder's canal. Like that, the sperms produced in the testis is also enter into the urinogenital duct through the same Bidder's canal. So both of these gametes and urine comes to the cloaca. Both of these comes to the cloaca and eliminated out through the cloacal aperture. In this figure, you can see the vasa efferentia and mesorchium very clearly. And on the top of the testis, you can see that finger-like structures that are fat bodies. What is the function of fat body? That fat bodies are present in both male frog and female frog. The function of fat body is to store the energy. And here you can see a swelling in the beginning part of the urinogenital duct that is known as seminal vesicle. What is the function of this seminal vesicle? It stores and nourishes the sperms before copulation. And this urinogenital duct carries both sperm and urine. That is, sperms produced in the testes and urine produced in the kidney. Both of these come to the urinogenital duct through the Bidder's canal. And the urinogenital duct then opens to cloaca. The cloaca, which stores the sperms from the testes, urine from the kidney, and fecal matter from the rectum. These three things in the cloaca are expelled out of the body through the cloacal aperture, which is the opening of the cloaca. So this is only about male reproductive system. So next we are going to learn about female reproductive system. Female reproductive system consists of a pair of ovaries, pair of oviduct, a pair of oviductal funnel and cloaca. In this slide you can see the diagram of reproductive system of female frog. The female reproductive system consists of a pair of ovaries lying on the anterior ventral surface of the kidney, and these ovaries are attached to the kidney by a peritoneal fold called mesovaria. In this figure, you can see that black colored structures on the surface of the kidney that are ovaries. But in the case of female frog, there is no functional connection between these ovaries and kidney as in the case of male reproductive system. These ovaries are simply attached on the surface of the kidney. That much only. There is no functional connection between this kidney and ovary. About ovary, each ovary is much folded and it looks like a sac-like structure which contains numerous chambers called ovarian follicles. These ovarian follicles produces ovum. In this figure, you can see two ducts. One is ureter, which arises from each kidney. So what is the function of this ureter? It carries urine from the kidney to the cloaca. It doesn't carry any of the gamete as in the case of male reproductive system. So female frogs have another duct to carry this ovum. The duct is oviduct or Mullerian duct. So in this figure, you can see that Mullerian duct is much coiled than the ureter, and this duct opens into the body cavity by a funnel-shaped opening called oviductal funnel. So here I can expect one question. What is the function of this oviductal funnel? This oviductal funnel is to receive ovum from the body cavity, and this oviduct opens to cloaca. Before opening to cloaca, this oviduct is enlarged to form that ovisac. In this figure, you can see that ovisac. The last part of the oviduct, that means just before it enters into the cloaca, there is a swelling. So that swollen part of the oviduct, that is known as ovisac. So here you note down one thing. This oviductal funnel is not connected to ovaries. Oviductal funnel is not connected to ovaries. So let me ask one question. Then how this funnel collect ova which are produced in the ovaries? If there is no connection between this funnel and ovaries, then how this funnel collect this ovum which are produced in the ovary? Next point is the answer of that question. The fully matured ovum that are discharged to the body cavity from the ovaries. And from this body cavity, these ovums are received by the oviductal funnel, and through the oviductal funnel this ovum comes to the oviduct, and these ovums are accumulated in the ovisac, and from the ovisac these ovums enters into the cloaca, and these ovums are extruded out by cloacal aperture. So now the cloaca contains the gametes and urine and fecal matter. So listen, the ovum from the ovary and urine from the kidney and fecal matter from the rectum. So all these three things are in the cloaca. These three are expelled out of the cloaca through the cloacal aperture, which is the opening of the cloaca. So now we are going to compare male frog and female frog based on their reproductive system. In male frog, the primary sex organ is testis. In the case of female frog, ovary is the sex organ. And in the case of male frog, seminiferous tubules present in the testis are producing sperms. So ovarian follicles in the ovaries producing eggs in the case of female frog. And in both cases, male frog and female frog, the sex organ, either testis or ovary, both are attached to the kidney by a double fold of membrane. So that is mesorchium in the case of male frog and mesovaria in the case of female frog. And in male frog, there is a functional connection between testis and kidney, because we have already learned this. Urine formed in the kidney and sperms formed in the testis, both are carried through the same duct, that is urinogenital duct. Both the sperms and urine enters the Bidder's canal and then comes to the urinogenital duct. But in the case of female frog, there is no functional connection between this ovary and kidney, because for carrying this gamete ovum and urine, two separated ducts are present in female frog, that are ureter and oviduct. The case of male frog, urinogenital duct is present for carrying both urine and sperms. In the case of female frog, oviduct is present for carrying eggs and ureter for carrying urine. And the seminal vesicle is present in male frog, like ovisac is present in female frog. Seminal vesicle is to accumulate this sperms, ovisac is to accumulate this ova. In both case, male frog and female frog, cloaca is present, and in both case, cloacal aperture is the common opening for eliminating urine, sperms and fecal matter in the case of male frog. In the case of female frog, cloacal aperture is the common opening for eliminating urine, ovum and the fecal matter. Or we can say in both cases, 7 and 8, last 2 points, there is not that much difference. In male frog and female frog, cloaca is present, and cloacal aperture is the common opening for eliminating urine, fecal matter and gametes. Thank you.